was made to be the king. I am in the vast league ahead of the king. Come some slush, these fools for rain. Here's to the crazy ones. Misfits, fools, never lazy ones. For the round place in the square holes. Everything we do is out of control. Here's to the crazy ones. Misfits, fools, never lazy ones. For the round place in the square holes. Everything we do is out of control. I break the rules now, I change the rules. Nothing you can say can ever hold me down. I break the rules now, I make the rules. Sinking or swimming, but I will never drown. I break the rules now, I change the rules. Nothing you can say can ever hold me down. I break the rules now, I make the rules. Sinking or swimming, but I will never drown. Break through the barrier, break through the glass. I don't live in the past. Live on the precipice, live on the edge. This is my pledge. Break through the barrier, break through the glass. I don't live in the past. Live on the precipice, live on the edge. This is my pledge. There is no stopping us, we are the truth. And we got the youth. Never give up, I have a dream. Nothing in between. I set the goals, I choose to win. It starts from within. These are the levels, this is my soul. I'm out of control. I break the rules, then I change the rules. Nothing you can say can ever hold me down. I break the rules, now I make the rules. Sinking or swimming, but I will never drown. I break the rules, then I change the rules. Nothing you can say can ever hold me down. I break the rules, now I make the rules. Sinking or swimming, but I will never drown. Success is meant to be shared. Failure is made for us to be embraced. We all know that life is not fair, but if you live on the edge, you'll face your fear. You're back again. The rebel kids are back again. Red, gold, green, and black again. Protest them, I'm back again. Yeah, you're back again. The rebel kids are back again. Red, gold, green, and black again. Helsinki, I'm back again. I break the rules, then I change the rules. I break the rules, then I change the rules. I break the rules, then I change the rules. I break the rules, then I change the rules. I make the rules, now break down the rules. I make the rules, now break down the rules. I make the rules, now break down the rules.
Helsinki, Slush 2018, Bully the PSM, thank you.
$3,127 startups, 1,800 investors, more than 450 C-level executives in the room, plus 2 degrees Celsius outside, 20,000 people from more than 130 different countries, and over 300 side events. All of this, by the way, is made happen by a fantastic group of 2,400 volunteers. My name is Alexander. I'm Andreas. Welcome to Slush. But this is only what's happening in this room or in this city. But a lot of you guys are not from here, and you might be still wondering, what on earth is this cold and dark place that you just arrived into? So we were thinking it might be a good idea that if we go through very briefly of what's going on here in the north. So in the wake of Nokia, Ericsson, and some decent schools, the Nordics have during the past decade quite stealthily produced 3 startups worth over $10 billion. And it's not just that, there's also a dozen of these billion-dollar-plus startups in the making in the region. And by the way, all this is done with less than 0.5% of the world's population.
And I think it must be the saunas, right?
Oh yeah.
But we're lucky to have some saunas in our sauna village, so you should definitely try it out yourself.
But now, these founders and early employees of these companies are raising VC funds, becoming angel investors, or starting their new companies. So it's pretty easy to say that we're very excited about the future, and we're only getting started. By the way, we as Slush are only getting started as well. After talking with a couple thousand entrepreneurs over the past years, one very common theme has emerged, which is to prepare for running a high-growth business more than the current university courses are needed. Which is why, as we here at Slush, our core mission is to help entrepreneurs. We started to do something about this. And today, we're going to bring you something completely new.
Yes. With the help of world's leading universities, top-tier VC funds, and growth companies, we at Slush have started building a global, modern education program for entrepreneurship. Let us present you Slush Academy.
All right. So, we're going to kick off
with the Lightweight program in the summer of 2019 by gathering a group of people from around the world to do internships in top-tier venture funds and growth companies, and to get mentorship from some of the most established entrepreneurs of our time. The first set of companies that we have involved, by the way, are Accel, Atomico, Index, Klarna, Supercell, Unity. And after the first year, we're going to scale Slush Academy into a highly personalized global program for academic studies, practical work, and mentorship happening all over the world. And it'll be free of charge, of course.
Yes. And the application period for this program opens in February 2019, and at the same time, we're gonna publish the complete list of partners involved.
I have to say that I at least get the shivers from thinking about the group of people who will go through the program and where they will be a couple of years down the line.
Definitely. But what about this little gathering over here? What's gonna happen at Slush for the next 2 days on the stages?
All right, so in addition to the founder stories that Slush has already become known for, this year, as a new thing, we wanted to cater for the people who are building specific parts of growth companies, which is why we have the best builders and makers of growth, fundraising, product teams, back-end architecture, you name it, to tell you exactly how they do what they do.
But before we jump into all that, we're going to hear opening remarks from a person who's, by the way, attended all the Slush events that has taken place here in Helsinki. He's the founder of F-Secure, chairman of Nokia. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on stage Risto Siilasmaa.
So good morning everybody. I have been an entrepreneur since I was 12 years of age, and I'll be an entrepreneur until the day I die. And I've often reflected, what is entrepreneurship? And I have come to the conclusion that above everything else, it is having a deep sense of ownership, a deep sense of accountability. When you start your own company, you're the founder, you hire the first 100 people yourself, you do all the jobs there are in the company for at least a little while. It's really easy to have that sense of accountability, to feel that everything that goes wrong in this company, it's my responsibility. Every problem is something that, if no one else deals with it, I have to deal with it. It's much more difficult to get that sense of ownership if you are a paid executive, if you are an employee. I have sometimes compared entrepreneurship to cars. Hands up, who has rented a car? Pretty much everybody. How many of you have washed your rental car? Hands up. For a rental car, you don't have a sense of ownership. You don't think of it as something that you will keep for a long time. And you don't feel that you have to take good care of it. It's just a rental car. So how do we make all our employees and all our paid executives think of the company as the car they own? It's not necessarily simple, but it can be done. And it needs to be done. It should be our objective. Think about the event where we are now. Look around you. This whole event has been organized by students. For example, Andreas, who you saw on the stage, the CEO of Slush, he has not graduated yet. But they have a deep sense of ownership for this event. Roughly 10 years ago when they started, there was nothing. They were given the ball and told to run with it. And they decided themselves what they want to build, what should Slush become. And look at what they have achieved. With basically no experience, halfway through university, and with volunteers doing everything. I think this event is proof of the power of entrepreneurship, of the power of the sense of ownership. And that's what we are really celebrating here these 2 days. Having that sense of ownership, thinking of what you do as the car you own and you're responsible for, and you're thinking about it as something for the long term. So welcome to Slush. I hope you enjoy these 2 days, have lots of fun, find new great people that you will do some exciting things with. And above everything else, have fun. Rock.
아,